Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. In this video I'm going to show you how I removed the car radio from the Charan. It's about a Charan 7N and the display is broken. It's about the, I think, RNS510. The touch display is somewhat broken and the replacement from VW is a bit expensive. It was supposed to cost 1,600 euros. That's why I thought I'd buy a different alternative radio for around 300 euros and see if I could manage to do it myself. And that's what I ended up doing. Here's the result in advance. It works too, and in this video I'll talk a bit about the installation and give my first impressions of the radio. Enjoy! This is the RNS510, and it needs to come out now because the touch display only works in certain spots. Not everything works anymore. Some things do, some things do not. It's a bit annoying. First, you have to remove the temperature zone controls down here and then loosen this trim piece so you can access the screws from underneath. Just like with the compartment above, there are two screws you need to remove so you can release a locking mechanism from the inside, and then you can take out the radio. I hope this will work as planned. And yeah, I've never seen this open before, so I'm just gonna give it a try. The first step is to pry into the trim here at the top right and pull it out a bit. Then it seems to work. I tried it up here, but that didn't do much. But it definitely works there. So start at the top right here. Then continue just below that and you can release it like this. And then you can just take it out. Behind it there are two screws that you need to loosen. I think they're Torx 20, I read that somewhere. Those two for sure, so you can remove the temperature control and have a bit more space. And there are two more underneath as well. Next you can pull it out a little bit. Onto this screw here at the front, and once that's loose we can pull off the trim here a bit. That works if you pull it up a bit with both hands. It's not so easy to do on camera, so I've already done it. And then you can pull this off here, it's just clipped in. Of course, be a bit careful here, because the hazard warning light is still connected and there's a cable attached at the back. Next, remove the storage compartment at the top by simply loosening two screws. One on the left side, one on the right side, and then you can take it out. In the video tutorials I've seen there were two screws up here as well. I don't see any here now. I'll shine a light in here. It's a bit tricky to film, but I hope you can see it. There should probably be two screws in here, one here and one on this side. They're not there now. Apparently it doesn't matter. I'll see if I can keep going like this for now. So now this trim needs to come off and then I can unscrew the radio itself. So this trim piece is proving to be quite difficult. This part here is loose now, but this frame here, I need to get it off. It's attached to the air vent duct. And the same goes for the other one here. And you can get behind everything here, but there's no latch or anything releasing anywhere, so you could get a piece out. And since I don't really know what this thing looks like from the inside, I'm poking around a bit here and trying to get it out without damaging anything. So it truly seems like from underneath this particular area here on the side where this decorative trim piece is currently loose, right there exactly, you can carefully and gently pry from behind directly underneath it. And that's what I'm going to try now to see if I can pull it off. Yes, that's the right approach. So you can get underneath here just with a flat tool, and then along here and back here I managed to pry it out a bit without having to touch the leather, and now I think I can pull it off. It's pretty stiff. And well, if you don't know exactly what it looks like behind there, you end up pulling everything out anyway. This is what the whole part looks like. For anyone who wants to do this too, this is what it looks like on the sides. So it's not that bad, because you can just pry a little if you know what it looks like. So the second time, or next time if I take it out again, it'll be a bit easier because I'll know where to start. Definitely the right way is from underneath. Then it goes relatively easily once you know what it looks like. And then there are these four screws here. And here there are two more as well. Once I've loosened those, I should be able to pull out the radio and put the other one in. It's done. The radio is removed. Now just disconnect the plugs. This is what it looks like now. Once you've got that, the radio is still hanging here by the wires. So as a tip, there's a bracket on the back here. It's hooked onto a kind of locking mechanism here. You have to press it down a bit, then you can pull it back, and that automatically releases the entire plug, the whole connector block. And for the others, they have a locking mechanism on the back as well. Of course, like you have to press those in and pull them out. And for these here, these small white clips, you can slide them out and then the plugs can be easily disconnected. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit because ground and 12-volt constant power aren't even assigned in the nice adapter that comes with it. Or rather, they're assigned to a different position where there's no connection. Yeah, maybe there's an adapter for that. Okay, so at least with the adapter there's already an image showing up. Left door open is displayed and the system starts up. So you don't hear anything at first here. Is anything happening now? So basically it turns on for now, so it doesn't seem to be defective. At least not in any fundamental way. Alright, then let's see if we can somehow... Yeah, you can hear some static or noise. I'll try out a few functions and then I'll give you an overview in a moment. Tip-top, most things seem to be working already. There are some pretty cool features included. I've paired my phone and it's already connected to the Wi-Fi. And yes, that works. The parking sensors work too. Maybe we can take a look at that right now. So, I'll show you that. This is what it looks like. It's simply displayed as an overlay over the current display and then it shows it there as well. I've tried things out a bit. I still need to do the trim. The DAB+ antenna is still to come, so I'm leaving that out for now. Yeah, and I've set it up a little now, so it responds pretty quickly on the display. All the points you touch are recognized. I've installed a few apps, Spotify, Prime Video. You can set up and do all sorts of things here. It's basically just like an Android tablet. Here you can simply configure your views however you want. Torque is also installed here. I don't know if I need to plug in the OBD2 adapter for that. I haven't tried it out yet, but I saw that it's installed. So there are all sorts of things you can display there as well. I could just plug in an adapter and make another video about it. Then you also have a small cockpit here that you can of course set up as you like. And otherwise, phone and so on, all the steering wheel buttons are recognized, at least all the ones that belong to the radio. The parking sensors also work perfectly. I didn't have to do anything for that. The GPS signal now comes from the car's antenna and works very well. As for the Wi-Fi antenna, I just put it up here in the compartment, or rather behind the compartment door. It's just lying underneath here. I didn't really route it extensively. I figured I could always do that later if it didn't work, but no matter where you park, as long as the Wi-Fi network reaches, you'll have reception. So that works very well. Pairing with the phone also works without any problems. You can also mirror things using what's it called, Android Play, Easy Connect, and various apps that let you simply put the content from your phone onto the display, mirror it, and play it back there. That works very well. The voice input also works. If you now say, "Okay Google," I've just left it like that for now. So then the assistant comes up, you can just say something and then it either recognizes it or it doesn't. If it then says, "Sorry, I'm not quite sure." Well, I didn't actually give a command just now, but that also works pretty reliably. I specifically connected it to the microphone. There's a connector for that on the back here. I had placed it under the steering wheel because I wasn't sure if you actually needed it or not. But the reception wasn't that good because there was some static noise. The cable that comes with it is also really long. I assume it's meant so you can run it to the back, so that the people sitting in the back can also join the conversation and be understood. For the front, it's not a problem because up here, let me try to focus it, up here I think is just the microphone input. And that works pretty well. Alright, let's focus back on the whole display. Yeah, overall I'm very satisfied with it. Everything works. You can pretty much set up anything you want. For example, the lighting on these buttons, they have this backlighting that you turn on in the evening with the ambient light. And you can even set the colors, whether you want it to glow blue, purple or red. Whether you really need to be able to set that, well, but it's better to have more options than fewer. There's also a function somewhere here, I saw it, here it is, Button Learner. You can somehow reprogram the steering wheel buttons, but I haven't tried that yet either. Haven't checked if I can, so the function is there just like before, which is actually pretty good, so I'll probably just leave it as is. Otherwise the Play Store is on it, which means you can simply install the apps you want just like on your phone, so that's great. We'll see how it holds up in the long-term test, but I'm optimistic that I'll be satisfied with it.